Verstappen, who is set to defend his F1 championship along with his current teammate Sergio Perez, began his Formula One career with Carlos Sainz at Toro Rosso in 2015, spending one full season battling alongside the Spaniard before joining the Red Bull franchise in the early stages of the 2016 season. Verstappen then paired with Daniel Ricciardo until the end of 2018, after which he became somewhat of a teammate killer, easily overperforming both Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon, who were both dismissed consequently. Verstappen has often been labeled as aggressive and resentful, but the way his former teammates think of him might surprise you. So without further ado, let's begin. Daniel Ricciardo. Verstappen and Ricardo got along well off the track, but had many heated moments on the track during their time together. Ricardo has mentioned the pair's incident in Baku in 2018 and Red Bull management's reaction to the incident as factors for his departure from the team to Renault in 2019. Since 2019, a number of drivers have taken Ricardo's place as Verstappen's teammate at Red Bull, but none have been able to match Verstappen's performance, particularly in qualifying. Max Verstappen has been called hot-headed, aggressive, and angry, but never emotional. However, Ricardo relished competing with Verstappen, praising the 24-year-old for his distinct personality. When asked in an interview with Ariel Helwani on his YouTube channel, who he follows the most on the grid, Ricardo said, "For different reasons, I guess, but Max Verstappen, because you get what you see. He might not be the most approachable or funniest or whatever, but he is Max. People know that that's what they're going to get. He's a very hard racer, and obviously, people like that. I definitely respect that. And I was his teammate. So I've known him for quite a long time as well. And I've also seen him, let's say, mature and kind of grow. I think what he does is kind of relatable to some as well." Nevertheless, Ricardo admitted that there were tensions while competing with Verstappen at Red Bull. "In the years with Red Bull, it was Max, you know, we were teammates," added the Australian. "We definitely had the respect for each other, but I would say today, we get on better than we did back then. One year, he took me out at the start. I flipped him off. In Azerbaijan, we took each other out. There was definitely some tension. As a rivalry, he has probably been my biggest rival in the years. That doesn't mean I don't like him." Sergio Perez. Verstappen's current teammate Sergio Perez believes that Max Verstappen, the newly crowned F1 world champion, is the best driver in the sport right now. Perez joined Red Bull as a teammate for the 2021 season, but has struggled to match Verstappen's outright pace, with Verstappen claiming the title and Perez finishing fourth, more than 200 points behind. Since they began working together, Perez has been impressed by Verstappen's comfort with the car. "There is no other driver that is at one with the car like Max is," Perez remarked in an interview. "He's been at Red Bull for a long time, and you can see that straight away. You still see some weaknesses with other cars, with other drivers' cars. But Max, the way that he's at one with his car, I don't think there's anyone that compares to him in that regard. He's really, really into it. He's at a very high level, as we can see, and I think I have a tremendous benchmark with him." While some may perceive having a strong teammate to be a challenging situation for a driver, Perez does not see the situation with Verstappen in this manner. "I see it as a very positive thing," Perez said, "because you have a fantastic benchmark on him since FP1. You have a great reference to him to lead up to great results. Ultimately, as a driver, you want to be working with the best, and I think, right now, he is the best in Formula One." When questioned further on whether he really does rate Verstappen as the best in F1 and better than himself, Perez added, "I think if we discard myself, yes, I have to accept that. As a driver, you have to be realistic, and he's at a tremendously high level. The way he drives his car is, he's just at one with it. It's years of experience with it, and he's at a very high level." Alex Albon. Albon spent just under 2 seasons with a Dutch star, but struggled to match the form the 24-year-old was producing throughout his tenure, leading to his replacement by Sergio Perez in 2021. The Thai British driver inevitably struggled to match Verstappen's level of performance for the Red Bull squad, as did his predecessor Pierre Gasly, whom he replaced midway through the 2019 season. As a result, in a recent interview with the F1 Nation podcast, Albon said that one of the biggest challenges he encountered compared to his teammate was not being able to adjust to the Red Bull car as quickly as Verstappen. Albon said, Red Bull, not putting extra pressure on you. The media is already doing that. Besides, I already put most of the pressure on myself. Nobody can add to that. How the car can be fast is not just as easy for Sergio and myself to figure out as it is for Max." Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz, the Spanish driver, is only 27 years old, but he has been working hard in Formula 1 in recent years to build a remarkable track record. The Spaniard has previously raced for Toro Rosso, Renault, and McLaren, and he has recently joined Ferrari's Red 2021 team. Carlos Sainz has already faced off against formidable opponents, including Max Verstappen, Nico Hülkenberg, and Lando Norris. Carlos Sainz raced alongside Verstappen for Toro Rosso, the team ran by Franz Tost, in 2015. At first glance, the two men appeared to have a fierce rivalry. In any case, I have very good memories of that year. Many people think that we did not get along well, but the opposite is true. We had a good relationship, but we were also in a competition and were two rookies fighting hard for our own chances, he explained. It is possible that Sainz will compete against Verstappen in the coming years. However, things will be very different than they were 7 years ago. Max and I were both new to the team, in sport, and therefore had no experience. Things will be different with Charles next year, who already knows the car very well. I think Max and I are completely different drivers than we were back then. You can see that in our actions on the track, the new Scuderia Ferrari driver concluded. Pierre Gasly. The Frenchman finished his first full season in the sport in 2018, racing for Toro Rosso before being promoted to Red Bull Racing for 2019 as Daniel Ricardo decided to depart for Renault. Alex Albon subsequently replaced Gasly, but he had some kind words for his former partner during his brief tenure. I think Max at the moment, based on the performance he showed last year, he's clearly one of the best and most talented guys in the paddock at the moment, Gasly told Autosport. So for me, it's perfect to have a reference like him. I'm sure it's going to be useful for me to keep learning in Formula 1 and achieve better performance for myself. And I always find it good to have a fast teammate because that's how you manage to extract the best of yourself as well. What do you think? Is it really difficult to work with Verstappen? Or is he just too good to be lined alongside someone else? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, if you're new to this channel, subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified when we upload more content. We will see you in the next one.